Hello, everyone. It is currently 9:26 a.m. and I awoke around 8:30 a.m. this morning. I am sorry it has been so long since the last video. It's been like 3 or 4 days now. You see, I uploaded it 3 days ago, and then I don't know if it was viewable for people in the US, but I'm guessing it was. Or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But because of a song that was in the game, it was unviewable for 56% of my viewers. So I had to like edit it to get that music removed from it, and I didn't know how to edit anything. So I just used like YouTube's features that allow you to like remove the sound from that part of the video. So if you watched it and just suddenly cut out, that's why. Um, oh well, I suppose. If that happens again, I'll just do the same thing. So just expect that. In other news, I am very fucking close to finishing a story that I've worked on for 2 fucking years now. It's a gothic horror story in the style of like Frankenstein and Dracula, and well, it's mainly inspired by some nightmares I've had, and mostly the Fall of the House of Usher. That's the main inspiration for it, but there are some of my nightmares in it as well. It's having such a fun time, and it's almost over. And I kind of feel melancholic, but really happy at the same time because 2 years working on the same story is fucking draining. And yeah, it's just I want to open my mind and move on to other endeavors other than this story. But whatever, let's just get in the video. Spend 2 minutes. Um, right, right. This is where, of course. I don't even remember what happens in this day. I don't. My memory is. I mean, I'm sure it'll come back to me as we continue on because that's how that works for me at least. Like, I don't remember something and then start playing it, and then I'm like, oh, right, that's gonna happen now. And yeah, I was enlightened to a new discovery during our night in the woods. Yeah, that was a dumb move. That was a really dumb move. Turned out that camping outside without bug spray was like offering your flesh and blood to the mosquito gods. I scratched my butt. Ugh. What? Why did you wear a short sleeve shirt then? Like, I get it might be summer, but Jesus, you're right by a fucking lake, dude. That is mosquito breeding grounds. Scratched my by covered arms and groaned as the five of us began groggily packing up our camping supplies. I think going outside would be a good idea. Cecil perked up, despite his usual grumpy demeanor. That's not a spell that you need to know there, son. This isn't how you spell this. You look quite cheerful this morning. You cheeseball. You tsundere. Yeah, don't talk smack about the outdoors, dude. I had a great time with you guys. Fresh air is great for the soul. I mean, true. I very much like hiking. What a coincidence. I don't have one. Yes, you do. I glanced at the time of my phone. It was the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. I mean, yes, that is pretty early, but it's not ungodly. Some people would get up at that time to fucking do their job, for fuck's sake. It's really not that big a deal. I'm glad most of my classes afternoon today. The lack of motivation lectures I get from teachers are growing old. In the corner of my eyes, this will grimace bitterly at the mention of school. Suddenly clamped my mouth shut. That's an image. That's an interesting image, I gotta say. So this will notice me staring and scratch his neck out awkwardly. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Yeah. So, what's the plan for you guys today? How much do you want to bet that Mrs. Curley's gonna call the cops to report 5 missing kids? We should probably head back to Canada before the search party starts in after us. I love Philip. He has the best sprites, and he's just sucks that his route's at least complete. But oh, well, I hope you guys have a safe trip back. Didn't actually think we'd leave you alone, did you? We're gonna make damn sure you actually go stay with your boss, unless we need your stubborn ass running off somewhere in shame. Not that unreasonable. Yeah, we should stay with Cecil and make sure he behaves himself. But why me? Silent pointed somewhere behind me. Jenny was still sound asleep, snoozing like a rock in her sleeping bag. Rocks don't sleep, but okay. Despite the full night's rest, her face looked strained with exhaustion. Al and I are going to make sure Jenny gets home safely. She doesn't come out very often, so she's going to need a lot of rest to recover. I can carry her back home. Phil can convince Mr. Release to not eviscerate us for breaking curfew. Can I carry her instead? Ha, no. Yes, like you could totally do that, you twink. Jenny mumbled tiredly in her sleep as though and gently picked her up and hoisted her onto his back before making his way down the forest trail. She saw a smile on Philip's face as he shoved behind them, camping supplies in tow. The forest was quiet as Cecil and I stood beside the cold campfire they left. So, ready out of your boss's place? Cecil wrinkled his nose, clearly still unhappy with the arrangement. How does that happen with Furry? Is it okay? How the fuck do you... Whatever. Because he's a rabbit, so it makes sense. It's not like I have much choice. Y'all are gonna keep hassling me till I accept a roof over my head. Everyone's just worried for you, that's all. I don't think you're freeloading off for people, but at least now I don't have to worry about you freezing to death in a forest every night. Right. Well, I'm not taking all this from boss for free. I'll be working my ass off at the cafe to make up for all his help. Pay us back for this more sometime, too. Yeah, it's not like we're all loan sharks thirsty to collect on debt. It's just what friends do. So mumbled as he grabbed his small ragged backpack and walked down the forest trail. Yeah, oh dude, you literally heard him last night talk about how he's tired of having to take things from other people and like, God, you fucking Christ, dude. Have a little bit of fucking, I don't know, sympathy or whatever. I've indignantly and shot after him. Know that, it's hard to be on the receiving end all the time, you know? That can be easily taken out of context. I wasn't even in a horny mood. I didn't even, like, I mean, yeah, I registered it, I just didn't fucking chuckle because I don't care. Cecil short and touched my shoulder playfully. You ass. You make it too easy. Cecil rolled his eye over, dragging me quickly down the forest trail. Come on, let's get going. The of us snickered stupidly at our own jokes. We made our way out of Bradley Woods and back towards the city. Hands brushed against each other's occasionally as we walked, but still didn't say anything about it. This was a light shade of pink as he kept walking, nervously avoided eye contact. Yes, we get it, he's assumed, Barry. Move on. He remembered to reach out and gently grasp his hand like we did last night during our impromptu dance. That was very warm and comforting. Mine felt oddly light and empty. Oh boy, yeah, it's love. Fucking Christ, cool. We get it. You love him. My hair suddenly stood in this ghostly song out through the woods. I don't hear anything. Whatever you talking about. Soft chords washed over me like gentle waves. That's a description, I guess. I spun around and glanced at my surroundings in panic. I mean, there's worse things. There's worse things to be scared of than a fucking disembodied song. But cool. I mean, that could literally be anyone walking around the woods. Spun around and glanced at my surroundings in panic. I look something wrong. I'm a bit fancy. No, just I laughed nervously and glanced back towards the lake. I just remembered I forgot some back at the campsite. Why don't you go ahead for a bit? I'll catch up with you real quick. So a suspicious eyebrow. I can come with you if... Man dismissively and began walking backwards toward the camp. It's fine. I'll be real quick. I'll see you in a bit. His face looked uncertain as I backpedaled out of sight and towards the lakeside. There was no way I could explain to him what was happening. Yes, you can. There is ways. He just wouldn't believe you. Hell, even if I didn't know what was happening. Well, considering you know about wishes and all that, it's probably a wish, you know? And that Echo told you that there's a wish here that's dying. Yeah, it's probably a wish, dude. I stumbled nervously toward Bradley Lake. Water lapped gently along the shore as I approached. What am I doing here? Taking a deep breath, I leaned over and peered cautiously into Lake's dark waters. Hello? Was anybody there? Only silence followed. Only silenced. Holy shit. For someone that went back and polished this game, there's still a lot of errors. Mumbled awkwardly and backed away from the water. This was a stupid idea. Jumped as the wish's wailing song washed over the forest. Scrambling out of my feet, I peered back in the lake with my heart pounding. There was something in the water. We have a character named Echo, and there's a lake. I know it's really cliche to keep mentioning Echo constantly, but like I just. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even think this is a well-written VN. It's just very nostalgic to me, if I'm being honest, and it genuinely has some really affecting emotional beats to it that kind of make up for the bad writing, you know, like, yeah, the writing is honestly quite bad in this, but the emotional beats and the characters are just so fucking great. That's, you were watching it from the lake, I knew it. Dark figures stared out from beneath the water's surface. Oh, fuck that description. I hate that. Tangled mass of black hair obscured its face and eyes, but I felt as though it was peering on my very being. Okay, why the fuck does this thing look like... Well, not exactly like, but it's very, very similar to this thing I put on my story. As well as a nightmare I had when I was like 10 or 11. Like, like, minus the hair, minus it was just a lanky, long, gangly figure that was like, ugh. Yeah, this looks a lot like it now that I think about it, Jesus. You can see me. Yeah. Ah, yes, I remember now. You are that boy from the other day. The one running from the gunman. Alright, that'll end it with Mr. Dolores. We got the chance to thank you for saving us. I saved the little one with the red eyes. He is a friend of Sissel's. He helped Sissel long ago when I could not. I owe him a great debt. You mean Philip? Yes. When Sissel was still living alone in these woods in the winter time, there was a great snowstorm. He was slowly freezing to death, and there was little I could do. The little one with the red eyes came and left my Sissel warm clothing and food while he was asleep. Little one even stoked our cabin's fireplace to keep him warm. Without his kindness, my Sissel would have surely perished. I'm glad he has people to call friends. Dark figure tilted her head and peered at me darkly. As for you, I bring to you a warning. You are being followed. There is a wish with malicious intent foreshadowing you wherever you go. Strives to bring you and those around you harm, misfortune. Your proximity to Sissel has caught its attention. Do take care that no harm comes to him. What are you talking about? Alex, what's taking you so damn long? Are you taking a dump? He jumped out of my skin before turning around to see Sissel stomping down the forest trail. Yes, I'm taking a piss. My pants totally down right now. Oh, no, don't walk in on me. Sissel immediately halted and the straggler were scurrying back into the woods in a flustered mess. Jesus Christ, hurry it up then. Sighed and glanced back towards the water. Wish it was gone. Morning still hung heavily in my mind. There's still so much to understand. I mean, I feel like it's pretty fucking obvious what she's talking about there. If you had any common sense whatsoever, if you used your brain to piece it together, I'm pretty sure you'd find what she's talking about really fucking quickly. But I guess some people, I guess common sense is not something that exists anymore. Did it ever exist in furry VNs? Really? Did it ever exist? Let's be honest. I mean, Christ. I mean, I don't know. Rose has some pretty intelligent characters. Gray's pretty intelligent. With a sigh, I shut my entirely my way back to Sissel. I saw a comment on Reddit that said that Burrows was a better game than Echo, and in some aspects I do agree, but I cannot discount the impact that Echo had on me, because if I hadn't played Echo, I never would have found Burrows to begin with, so you know, it's a bit of a gateway drug, really. Well, no, this was really the gateway drug for me. Repeat was really the one that sealed my fate. So, yeah. Are you done? Are your pants back on? Yeah, I'm back. It took you like 20 years. No, it didn't. Come on, Alex, we gotta hurry up and get to Boss's Cafe before too many customers show up. Don't want to cause them more trouble than necessary. Alrighty, let's go. That's this when I made our way out of the forest towards Herschel's Cafe. Oh boy. I don't know what I was expecting, but getting my ribs and lungs crushed was pretty low on the list. When Herschel saw us through the cafe's glass doors, the man lunged over the counter and tackled Sissel and I into a pulverizing hug. That is an image. Sis, it's good to see you back safe and sound. It's only been one day. So Weaston flailed his arm hopelessly against the larger man's grip. True, but Mrs. Corliss kept blowing up my phone last night, crying about how y'all ran away from home and probably died in a car crash or something. Everyone was so worried. Y'all kids need to let us know if you're going out so late at night. Rasped harshly as Herschel slowly crushed the air out of our lungs. First, we need to breathe. Oh, right. Herschel finally relaxed his grip. Sis and I immediately collapsed on the floor in a wheezing mess. Jesus fucking Christ, is this dude a wrestler or something? Christ almighty. Raise the hands to the shoulders, I say to myself. Feel I have from the lack of oxygen. Mosh, you're a monster. Tinker almost died. Sis, you're right for making us all folks worry so much. She'll grin and glanced at the clock hanging from the wall. Looks like we still have time before the customers start pouring in. The kids probably haven't eaten yet, right? Do we all go hunker down at the table? I'll whip up a good bowl breakfast for you. Go on to the dining area. Oh boy. Sissel grimaced as Herschel ushered us into his seat in the cafe. Boss, you don't need to. Oh, shut it, you're a groin boy. Lord knows you haven't eaten enough as a kid. Just eat up and think nothing of it. For not eating much, he sure doesn't look like he hasn't eaten much. If you say so. Oh boy. Herschel really disappeared behind the counter edge and doors. We were left alone at the table, only the faint sound of a sizzling stove. This'll heaved aside and smacked his head against the kitchen table. That's painful. Don't self-harm. Okay there. Feeling spectacularly shitty and not much else. Yeah, he was trying to hurt it. Fucking Christ. Supposed to eat this man's food and immediately go, by the way, can you give me a place to live like the freeloading loser I am? If you anything that Herschel would say yes, he hadn't even asked him with those exact words. Also, stop self-deprecating, you fucking idiot. It's the damn problem. Why does everyone keep babying me like, holy shit. Not my parent, he doesn't need to feed me or clothe me or anything. Just It sucks. Cafe was rather quiet today. There were no other customers beside the two of us. As towards the kitchen doors, where Herschel could be heard humming cheerfully as he fried up what smelled like bacon. I'm sorry, dude, but if he didn't take care of you, you'd most likely be on the streets dead. So fucking be thankful, Jesus. Maybe he's just no really nice guy. You can pay him back when you're rich and famous or something. Little scoffed bitterly. When will that be? He could be old and dead by then. I could be old and dead by then. Sissel and I both jumped as a clap of thunder ripped through the sky. Oh, I'm remembering what this day is now. Oh God, right, that's what happens. The windows suddenly rattled as a downpour of rain filled the streets of the city. It filled the cafe's walls and floors, shuddered from the impact of rain and thunder. That's a pretty sudden storm. You don't say. I wonder, could it be the remnant out there? At least you're here in the cafe instead of the cottage. What a suck to be out in this weather. So scowled at me, but we nodded in agreement. We were snapped out of our sobering thoughts as the kitchen doors flew open. Alrighty, kids, breakfast is here. Ursula Waltz burst the room with a proud grin on his face, plates of scrambled eggs and pancakes steaming in hand. So Mama discouraged thanks and poked at his eggs. I gave a loud grumble as I gratefully grabbed my fork. Oh, I should have got his harness at me. Not the fact I've been drinking coffee. Pretty big mug, too. Thanks, Herschel, you're the best. I know I am. By the way, does this have any plan to raise living? I'd hate to see him back in that stinking cottage with this rain. It's bloody awful outside. Actually, we came here to ask you about that. So he gave his egg a poke before taking a deep breath to prepare himself. Boss, is it alright if I take up your offer from yesterday? You mean... Yeah, can I stay with you? His face initially lit up and he gave Sissel a hearty thump on the back that made him choke on his eggs. Jeez. Health hazards. Of course you can. You're welcome to stay with me any time, Githo. This place is like their second home already. Might as well. He held a finger to Hirsch's lips and silenced him. No, listen. Refuse to freeload off you and you put in an effort to cure my keep. So here's what's gonna happen. You'll give me a place to stay in return. I will work my ass off to make your cafe successful as I can manage. Let's be honest, this place has been pretty empty lately. I'm going to change that. I'm gonna make this the best damn cafe in the city with my own two hands. That should be a good way to repay you, right? Even shipping, I'll pay with rent whenever I can afford it. It's a give and take relationship, no more freeloading. It's hard of being a leech. Jesus, dude, you fucking self-esteem issues. Cecil paused to catch his breath. Nervously looked up, almost afraid to see his boss's reaction. Immediately out with Herschel's grinning face, full of pride before getting his hair playfully ruffled. Full of pride. You wouldn't be full of pride I don't think, for someone you don't know. For someone who's in family. So there's another hint that, Herschel's his uncle. Like he is. Whatever. God, fucking... Me, Mr. Spoilery Magoo over here, I don't give a shit. But I'm like, I have to watch you grow up into the chivalrous man. I'm proud he is this, shit. I think she just woke up or something. Maybe, I'm pretty sure she has, like, more orientation shit today or whatever the fuck. God. Whatever. I'm happy to have you around. It'd be great if you stopped calling me sissy. His eyes suddenly lit up as though he suddenly remembered something. He bounced against the floors and overjoyed Herschel glanced around the cafe. Oh, the guest room is still a bit of a mess. You boys just stay here and eat that bug upstairs and clean the darn place. There Herschel beggarly pranced upstairs in a rush to create a welcoming home. Upstairs? Herschel above the cafe or something? Sissel grumbled and stuffed his mouth with eggs. Yeah, there was a big fire in the cafe a couple years ago, an accident. Enough with the fire references. Fucking Christ. I don't. Duh, fuck you. Fuck you, game. I'm only just realizing how many references there are to fire in this fucking cafe. Fuck you. Fuck you. Boss had to take a lot of loans to repair the damn place. He ain't exactly wealthy, so he sold his house and turned the second floor of the cafe into living space to save money. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of room for a second person. I'm kind of surprised, so excited to share the place. Exactly, there was enough room to live by himself, but now he's got to deal with me too. Shrewd like this. There was a loud bang upstairs as Herschel stomped his feet wildly. Do I even get them open downstairs? There'll be none of that on my roof, oh boy. Ah, yes, toxic positivity. I sure do love that. God damn it. I mean, to be fair, Sissel is a fucking self-loathing person, so yeah. Only happy thoughts from here on out. Yeah, no, that takes it too far. That's too far. Fucking Christ. More muffled rumbles echoed through the cafe as though someone was moving furniture. Suddenly feel very lucky that no customers were around at this hour. Yeah, that'd be a bit weird. Sissel glanced at the channel with a sigh. I'm not sure about this. On Sissel, give a positive attitude. Oh my fucking... I mean, yes. For him, definitely. But there's a point where that becomes fucking... bad. There is a reason there is a mix of emotions every human has. That there's not just one. Christ almighty. I don't think you're being a bother. Just think how happy you're making Herschel by staying with him. I suppose you're right. Stare around the empty cafe slowly. Got decent culinary skills that can help expand the business a bit while I'm here. Boss will finally make enough money to pay off his damn loan once we get a nice apartment. There we go. It's good to see that look of determination in your eyes again. Oh, fucking God. What is this? Undertale? God damn it. That game is honestly so overrated, but it's good. It's just really, really overrated. Just how much has been staring in my eyes. Respond with a sly smile. Anyway, how about we go upstairs and see what your new living space is like? Kind of excited to see the second floor of the cafe. Cecil scowled and stabbed his egg with a fork. And I bet hurry up and eat your breakfast first. Oh, okay. It's actually looking, that actually looks really cozy, not gonna lie. Wolfing on the rest of the breakfast, Herschel dragged us upstairs to show us around Cecil's new living area. Second floor of the cafe was incredibly cramped with a low, claustrophobic ceiling and narrow walls. I had to dunk as we climbed the doorway to enter a small bedroom. Well, here's your new home. No, it's not much use better than this, but I hope you'll be happy staying here with little old me. No, it's perfect. Thank you so much, boss. I should be the one thanking ya. Place is dreadfully boring, a little bit lonesome. I'm happy to have you around. Oh boy. Though and Alex, feel free to visit any time. Seriously. Extrovert problems. Serious extrovert problems. It's boring by cheese. You're a good influence on little sissy here. He whines a lot less when you're around. I'll be sure to stop by. I don't complain that much. So he all just the ground into a playful headlock and ruffled his hair. You better stop with that puppy look on your face. I'm not gonna let this place get as depressed as a moping shack at the lake. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, there's a point where trying to be positive, it takes a turn into, holy shit, you're fucking annoying. Shut up. Right, alright, just let me go. Herschel, yes, of course. Herschel laughed as Cecil pushed him away and stumbled into me. Alright, kiddo, keep your chin up. Anyway, let's just take you some time to unpack and settle in. I've got to go out and run a few errands in the meantime. Don't forget to bring an umbrella or you're gonna get soaked. Will do. Yeah, seriously. Hunter Man gave us a happy thumbs up before leaving us alone in his attic. Jeez, another misspelling. Another fucking misspelling. Cecil gingerly plopped his back next to the futon and sat down, listening to Herschel's footsteps against the roar of the rainstorm. Well, I guess I'm here now. Plopped down on the futon and stared at the low ceiling with a small, mournful smile. You know, I've been having these days where I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to be dead someday. Like, when I'm 6 feet under, I'll be able to look back at my life and be proud of anything I've done. I'm always like, oh, I have my accomplished list. It's mooch off of people around me like a black hole of pit. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. The hell am I actually going to do with my life? That's one of those questions I want everyone for the rest of their days, no matter who they are. No. Not really, buddy. Just rolled over on the sofa with the face of a kicked puppy. Give great advice and encouragement, old wise Alex. I feel enlightened. You're really the wise ass around here. How would you answer your brain suddenly hit you over there with this kind of question? Just keep moving forward. I have no godly idea, neither does anyone else, but that's okay. Or, no. That's terrible. That's terrible fucking advice. If I ignore the problem for long enough, it'll just go away. No, it won't. It'll get worse. And while this is somewhat good advice, it's also not really, because it makes it seem like there's some answer to that question. There's no answer to a question like that. So, dude, nobody has any idea what they're doing with their life. You just gotta power through it. You might be clueless and stumbling the entire time, but at least you're still making your way through it all. Made it to the end and died at age 80, you can flip everyone off and say, bitch, I earned my way here. That's a unique perspective. No, it's not. It's really not. Many people think like that. So many people. This will murmur nurse before grabbing his ragged backpack and unpacking the few possessions he has. I stared inquisitively at the handful of ripped clothes, a toothbrush, and a small red blanket. That's all you have? Pretty much. It's not like I have money to go shopping often. Busied himself with stuffing his belongings in a nearby drawer, occasionally glanced on me as if self-conscious. What? Nothing. Just, wish I had something better to wear when we were, dancing last night. That's what you're thinking about? Hey, it was my first time dancing with someone for real. Oh boy, yeah, we get the fucking tsundere nonsense now. Just wish I gave a better impression and look than usual ripped and dirty tank top. I never knew you were such a romantic. Why are you laughing? It's nothing, I just think it's great. You better not be making fun of me. What's wrong with being a little romantic? Quite a few things, actually. Nothing at all. There's a stupid grin on my face. I plopped down the futon next to Sissel. Kept his scowling face turned the opposite direction, clearly red as a tomato. Oh, good grief. Scoot closer and nudged him in the ribs. So I was wondering, what would your ideal... Oh my fucking god, dude. He has more to think about and do than that fucking shit, Jesus. Sissel shot up onto his feet as if someone shocked him. Where the hell did that come from? Well, we were talking about romantic days, so that got me a bit curious. You don't have to tell me you don't want to. No, it's fine, I guess. I just thought Teach told you something. Jenny, what do you mean? I guess it doesn't matter now. Made a bet. A bet? Yeah, before the contest I was having some anxiety issues. There his beetroot face into his hands as he tripped in embarrassment. Really? You don't say you have anxiety issues? Wow, cool. So Teach, Jenny was being all encouraging and whatnot. She said if I won the contest, she'd help me ask you on a date. Just grew bubbly with glee. Oh, good grief. That is adorable. Hey, are you making fun of me? I'd never. This was unexpectedly sweet of you. Don't you fucking compare it to chocolate. Don't you fucking dare. Never. Think I lost most of my dignity these past 5 minutes. pushed the sister's arm over his shoulders. Laughing giddily, it was a gasped expression. Well, if you ever cheat. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Zizzle immediately busied himself with unpacking very few possessions. You are literally the worst person I've ever met. I'm gonna have to get my life back and work in order first before I do anything stupid like. Exactly. Fucking exactly, doofus. You have my support. Now I have something to look forward to when you get everything sorted out. So this isn't a total rejection, right? Of course not. There's no rejection. Only suspenseful waiting. Oh my fucking god. Good. This is good, I think. Which is just because you unpacking and trying his best to ignore me to let her face. What a dork. Oh, for fuck's sake, I was literally thinking that myself. Fuck you. Spent the next half hour exploring the small cramped room. Half hour? Pretty big for a small cramped upstairs. Next half hour exploring the small cramped rooms of Herschel's living space while the rain continued pouring outside. The place was like a maze. The hallways were incredibly narrow, with doorways hanging so low that we had to duck to avoid smacking our heads. Secret closets and hide rooms seemed to pop out of nowhere every corner. This place sounds fucking cool. There was also a small bathroom with a shower that looked as though Herschel built and installed it himself. Hazel smiled at the mismatched tiles and crooked faucet. You know, despite being pretty much a refurbished attic, this place is surprisingly cozy. Yeah. Especially when Boss was the one who built it. I think you'll enjoy living here. You know what? Yeah, I think I will. But I'd rather be the one helping bossing their way around. The man's been too good to me. I need to find someone to pay him back somehow. You never stop to ask why he's being so nice, though. Never, not once, huh? Not once. It seems a bit weird that just he'd pick a random dude off this random kid off the street and be like, "Hey, you need some place to sit." Like, yeah, people are like that, but it's a bit much. Here's peek into a nearby closet. An avalanche of dusty junk immediately clattered on the hallway floor. So I winced at the assortment of garbage at our feet. Looked as though Herschel just haphazardly threw everything in the closet and closed it before stuff tumbled out. Maybe you could start helping the guy clean this place up. This stuff looks ancient. Wrinkled my nose and poked at the junk in morbid fascination. There were chunks of what looked like decade-old bread that immediately crumbled into dust. Among the mess were some rusty trinkets, souvenirs, photos, and a small mountain of different hats. Starting to think Boss is a hoarding problem. Man, that's a lot of hats. Jenny might be right about ours on a littered bald spot. What's that? Under my eye, I spotted a glint of gold underneath the very bottom of the closet. Oh boy, the first downward spiral. God damn it. Wait, is this even recording? Shit, is this even recording? Oh fuck. Oh fuck, I just realized this might not be recording at all. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh, god damn it. I guess I'll see, and if it's not, then I'll have to redo this episode. God damn it. Fucking hell. Cecil frowned. There was a hint of recognition in his eyes. He tiptoed over the mound of dusty junk and carefully dug out the garbage to reveal a large golden cup. Is that? It's a trophy from the culinary arts competition. Looked almost identical to the ones that Curly showed off to Wes in her office. Cecil gaped wide-eyed at the aged trophy, gently sliding a hand down the scratched surface of the metal. Fingers brushed against the wooden base of the trophy, handsomely inscribed with the name Herschel McDermott. This is Boss's trophy. Boss won the National Grand Prize. Never mentioned this before. Yeah, well, there's a reason for that, genius. There's a fucking reason for that. Still clenched the trophy with shaking hands. His face contorted with jealousy and pride. Not all accomplishments are ones that you remember fondly, okay? Some of them you look back on and you wish you'd never done. Who would have thought that old goof was actually that good? Can't believe I was tutored by a national champion. Why didn't he tell me? If on cue, the sound of the front door opening echoed through the cafe. Great. Fucking splendid. Ursula's excited footsteps clattered up the stairs for a moment before his grinning face poked into the narrow hallway. Yeah, sissy, you're settling in all right? Hope my dingy little place doesn't put you off anything. Shoplift was sitting on the floor among a pile of garbage and barked a laugh. Guess your kids found me out. I suck at cleaning. It's a bit of an understatement. You just throw all your garbage into a closet and close the door. I was in a rush. Plus, it's my garbage closet. It's all my garbage stuff. What? Why was this in there? So load up the trophy close to his chest and over to protect it, like a small child. Boss, this is your national championship trophy. Why would you stuff it with all your junk? Just saw what Sizzle was holding, and the playful smile immediately vanished from his face. Oh, that. It's just a dusty old cup, nothing will keep him being honest. Sizzle gaped at him in horror. You're a national championship winner. It's something street trash like me can only dream of achieving someday. You have it right here in your garbage closet. Please treat the dark cup with some respect. He reached around and took the trophy. Dusted off and frowned his name for several moments. He has a look of sensuous and I won this old ugly old thing. I don't like it. Why? Why did you never mention this to me? Well, sometimes you think to yourself, I've achieved this one thing in my life, everything will get better. All my problems will be solved and I'll be happy forever. A heavy sigh looked up at Sizzle's eager face. I did it, I won. National Culinary Arts competitions on my name, plastered on a gaudy winner's plaque somewhere. Took the prize money up in my own little cafe. Everything I dreamed of. The trophy tightened. Wasn't very happy. Kind of stupid to think old rusty cup will solve all the problem in your life. Exactly. Exactly. And knowing what I know, it's even more depressing. God damn it. Herschel didn't meet her eyes. He tucked the trophy under his arm, made his way downstairs. Throwing this out, it's not helping to dwell on stuff like this. But what? But that's the... It's just an old cup. I need to start actually cleaning this place up if I'm gonna have the guests live with me after all. So just gaped, jaw wide open in disbelief as Herschel ignored us and made his way downstairs. Glanced up with a forced smile. By the way, Alex, don't you have school today? You should get going before Mrs. Goldie's tears you a new one. The umbrella's behind the counter if the rainstorm doesn't stop. That Herschel left Sissel and I alone in the cafe's narrow hallway. The two of us stared at each other nervously. There was something off here. No fucking shit. You know, I really don't like the fact that, like, he's very clearly telling Sissel that he doesn't fucking care about the fucking trophy, and then he just goes out and tries to fish it out of the fucking trash against the dude's wishes. Like, I get that you have your own fucking beliefs, but Jesus fucking Christ, if he wants to throw it out, that's his fucking right, but whatever, I guess. I mean... It's not like there could be a very fucking good reason for that. No, there's definitely not a good reason for that. No. Totally not. God. Cafe continued to shudder against the pouring rain outside, so I ready myself to leave. I grimaced at the stormy weather. I'm in need of grab an umbrella before I head out. Hmm? Wait, Alex! I suddenly scrambled down the stairs and grabbed my shoulder with a huff. Something I need to do before you go. I straightened his shoulder nervously. Herschel could be heard humming cheerfully as he busied himself in the kitchen. Bill turned back to me and spoke in a low whisper. I want to go grab that trophy before boss notices. There's no one going to let him throw out something that important. It's not important, Jesus. Fucking Christ. Fucking Christ. This is just not okay. Think you can hold on to it when you go back to Granny? It's safer than hiding it at the cafe. Do you think Hersh will be upset at this? I laughed with a small, guilty smile. Boss doesn't need to find out. Alright, but we should be careful. Now I reached over the cafe counter and snatched an umbrella. Saw Boss stuff the trophy in the trash bag and tossed it in the garbage dump out back. Hurry up and grab it before he knows we're gone. Never expected to be dumpster diving so early in the morning. This your first time. It's not that bad, to be honest. You're surprised by all the good stuff people always throw out. I clamped up uncomfortably, thought of how Sissel probably needed to dumpster dive when he's on the streets. It's been hard to keep yourself well fed. Hello, Alex. We doing this or not? Trying to clear my thoughts. Right, let's go. Yep, it's this day. It's this day. I remember now. Oh boy, here we go. Sissel and I held it around our tiny umbrellas as what felt like a waterfall rattled onto us. Slowly made our way towards the back of the cafe where the dumpsters were. I wrinkled my nose at the smell of wet trash and glanced at Sissel worriedly. Sure you want to dig that for one little trophy? What a frustrated huff. Scowl on his face remained as he threw open the top of the dumpster and poked his head inside. God damn it, man. Alex, you don't understand. This trophy represents everything I've worked to achieve. Just doesn't sit right to let it rot with a bunch of garbage. Honestly, balls can be kind of stupid some. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up right now. No. You don't get to fucking call him stupid for having his own reasons, okay? Fuck that shit. I climbed the dumpster with a grunt. Garbage bags rustled as he rummaged and stomped about inside. After moments, just let out a little, God damn it. I'm sorry. Okay, found it. Here, Alex, catch. Nowhere to run. What? Suddenly found myself with a face full of garbage bag. Stumbling backwards, I spluttered indignantly as Sissel climbed out of the dumpster with a grin. Could have just handed it to her like a normal person. Did say catch before throwing it, though. Hold an umbrella. He was already soaked at this point. Yes, I know those rainy days. I know them. I know them well. Yeah. Our damn clothes hung heavily onto us as we curiously crouched over the trash bags as they recovered. This was already busying himself with untying the bag and rummaging into its contents. Held the umbrella above him and shielded us from the pouring rain. That's a lot of old stuff Herschel's throwing away. There were handfuls of old photos, trinkets, and old clothes. He tossed them all back in the dumpster with disinterest till he caught sight of the glimmer of gold. Found it, thank God. It sucks seeing that sort with all the other trash. Beamed and held the trophy out to be cleansed in the rain. I hope this was worth it. It is. I might never get to win this competition, but at least I'll get a small taste of it here. I hate that sentiment. That is a terrible. You need to earn rewards, dude. Earn them, not just cheat. Whatever. There was a bitter edge to his tone. The storm punctuated the silence with a roaring clap of thunder. Bits of wet trash clung to his arms and legs, along with the sickly sweet smell of rot. In fact, I know what that smells like. I really don't like. I remember, well, I don't remember vividly, but I do remember that one time we were I was up in Michigan at my grandparents' house there, and we were just walking back to the back of the cornfield there because there's a giant cornfield that they rent out to this farmer, and at the very back of it there was just a dead deer that was rotting there, and that yeah, that's a hell of a way to get exposed to. Yeah, interesting. Fucking spectacular. Apparently, it was so we could, like, test the rates of decomposition on bodies and, like, in, like, where they were buried in the ground and how deep they were. Because he was trying to, like, solve this murder case, which I didn't know at the time, but I found that out when we went up there. That was crazy. Oh, boy. See him shivering a little against the weather. All this digging for a rusty golden cup. Hate to admit it, but I was starting to agree with Herschel's decision throwing it out. Sighed, gently nudged Chisel on the shoulder. Come on, I better get going. This rain's getting worse. Slowly rose to his feet, his eyes still glued to the trophy. Painful chill suddenly shot down my spine. Shot up and frantically glanced everywhere along the alleyway. Impossible to see much through this downpour of rain. It was like a thick, heavy fog. Barely see my outstretched hand. Rush of panic grabbed my chest as I grabbed Sissel by the shoulder and shook him vigorously. Sissel, we should go. Now. I blinked tiredly as though waking up from a daze. Right, let's go. Our next 15 minutes was spent struggling against the harsh, blinding rain, the wind slamming against the two of us like a brick wall. We walked straight down the alley for what felt like forever. We should have made it back to the cafe by now. At this point, the wind ripped the umbrella out of my hand like the wind. Rain was blinding as Sissel and I squinted through the battering haze. Wait, we walked past this spot already. Oh my god, really? We're doing a JoJo Part 4 reference now. I see. Cool. The hell's going on? We're left to the dumpster we were digging through minutes ago. I gritted my teeth and stared out at the foggy rain. Where is it? I know it's following us. Swear we were walking in a straight line. Walked over nearby dumpster so to check if he's not hallucinating. We did walk past this spot already. This is the same dumpster I dug through to throw you just now. Something caught his eye. This fiercely rummaged through the trash bag, scattered across the alleyway. This is... There it is. There it is. Fuck. Sissel pulled out an old soaked photograph from the mess, peered over his shoulder, and frowned at the faded image. That's Boss when he was younger, I think, but that kid... No, there's no way, is there? There was definitely a resemblance. The baby he was holding looked remarkably like Sissel. But what could this mean? Do you think Boss knew my parents before they threw me out? Or do you think he's... The world around us suddenly flickered and slowed. The world, oh boy, here we go. More JoJo references. Jumped on my feet and looked around wildly. Raindrops hung in midair as though frozen in time. Yep, the world though, here we go. Okay, I guess the remnant is role-playing as Dio now. Oh boy. In fact, time seemed to have slowed to a halt completely. Sissel? Sissel can hear me, we have to go. Grabbed his arm and tugged, but he stayed stuck in place like a statue. What's going on? A dark, familiar figure slowly teetered out of the fog, its maniacal grin gleaming through the dark alleyway. Oh, so close. I frowned. It was speaking clearly now. The garbled mess of a voice that once spoken was gone, replaced by a deep sing-song drawl. The hell do you want? Why are you following us? Ugh. Me? I'm simply trying to help. Simply trying to help you poor kids. The worthless daffodil feels so unloved, doesn't he? Not even his parents wanted him. I'm just showing him otherwise. I'm just showing him what he wants. Scowled instead trying to sizzle protectively. Why did the road have to show up now of all times? I have to keep Cecil away from him. Why are you glaring at me like that? Oh boy, okay, that's, I'm simply trying to help. Astounded Cicely was still frozen in place like the world around us. He was staring at the photo, his eyes wide with shock, perhaps a glimmer of hope. There was an unspoken thought across his face, a hopeful what if. Teeth grinded together in frustration. We don't need your help. Just go and leave us alone. Ugh. Then it laughed again as its armless form danced around the alleyway like an animated corpse. Glided closer and closer to its terrifying face leaning towards my own. Worthless. He's so desperate for proof that he's worth something, and he's worth caring about. If you leave him alone, he'll burn himself out of desperation. For a split second, the remnant's maniacal smile twisted south into a small, wistful frown. This will end terribly again. You'll have to repeat this terrible, terrible life again. Suddenly, its face split back into a horrifying grin. Won't you let me end it for good? Ew. Its mouth gaped open just from my face. My body won't move. Nothing I could do is turn its jaw split wide and prepare to close around my skull. Jesus, that's ugh. I think not. Oh my god, this is... This earthy smell of the forest filled my nose with the acrid rain. It was behind me. A shadow bloomed over us. Tendrils of hair billowed through the alleyway like the graceful mane of some unknown creature. Tendrils draped around my shoulder in a most protective manner. Wait, what the fuck? This is the Cleric Beach theme. What the fuck? Really, bitch? Bloodborne. Fuck you. This boy's a friend of his. As he's under my protection, you will leave them be. Remnant stumbled backwards and shrieked as though it had been set on fire. Heavy curtain of fog that clouded the alleyway was suddenly cut through by a maverick wind. Raindrops that had hung in the air, frozen in time, began falling normally again. Oh boy, am I glad that I have the volume for the audio turned down so far, because if that was caught by... That was literally the Cleric Beast theme. Sure, it was a different version of it, but oh my gosh, that was exactly... Oh my god, that's a bit interesting. The remnant staggered further into the alleyway, hissing angrily. He will burn! Just wait and see. Fuck you. Stop. With that, the walking corpse disappeared under the rain without a trace. Blinked and let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. Was gone. Turned my head towards the massive lady looming over us and gulped. I don't know what's going on, but thank you for helping us. I was a goner. Your tilted her head slowly, inspecting me with unseeing eyes. You helped him. I gestured towards Sissel, who was still staring transfixed at the photograph he dug up. Looked like he didn't even notice the commotion. You helped him, in return I would help you. You seem pretty protective of Sissel. Are you his wish? The woman shook her head, her mane of seaweed-like hair wove gently in the wind. My wish is long gone, yet I am still here. So long as there is strength in these bones, I will look after this boy. It is the duty that was left to me. I see. The woman chuckled. There was something surprisingly warm in her soft voice. Rain was slowly clearing as the uncure form began to fade as well. She stared at Sissel fondly. She began to drift away. You seek to protect him as well, do you not? I am glad. Take care of him for me, would you? Wait, do you have a name? What should I call you? Call me Bradley. With that, she disappeared with the passing rain. My knees felt weak all of a sudden. I fell down next to an oblivious Sissel with an exhausted sigh. Speaking of Sissel, he finally lifted his head from that damn photograph and noticed my tire, well, everything. The hell happened to you? You have no idea. Can we get out of here now? I feel like a drowned rat. He opened his mouth and then closed it. He stared around us wildly as if just noticing how long we've been spent in the drenched with rainwater in this filthy alleyway. He flushed with a bit of shame as he stuffed the photograph into his pocket and pulled me back onto my feet. Sorry, Alex. Should have dragged you out here in this awful weather in the first place. For a little bit of a cup. Shivered and leaned against him, so it felt very warm. You must be freezing by now. We should get you back inside and grab you a change of clothes. I laughed within a dread as we stumbled our way out of the narrow alley. Now we can do this. Classes are gonna start soon. I need to run back to Grania right now, or Mrs. Gurley's gonna rip me a new ass for being late and breaking curfew. Oh, are you sure you're okay? I'll be fine. The bigger question is, are you okay? What are you gonna do about that photo you found? Cecil grimaced and stared down at his feet. I'm not sure. Really want to know if it was really me in some way, but he's trying real hard to hide it. He's done a lot to help me. I don't really want to pry too much. Cecil groaned and shook his head furiously. I'll figure everything out later. Anyway, let's get you inside and dry it all before you head back to Grania. Look like shit right now. I yelped as I slung my arm over his shoulder and supported with a warm hand around my waist. Felt awkward but much appreciated. He still felt like jelly from a little encounter earlier. Still, Sissel glanced down at me with concern. Sure you're okay? I can walk back to campus if you want. No, there'll be trouble if you get spotted in your granny again. We'll be fine on my own. Stared up at Sissel as we made our way out of the alleyway. Between all the concern, he occasionally betrayed a glance toward his pocket with the photograph of Herschel. The Sissel fell out of focus and lost in thought, left an unsettling feeling in my stomach. I didn't like where this was going. For once, you actually show at least some common sense. For once, you show common sense. The walk back to campus was a blur to me. I had stumbled at my dorm in an exhausted haze. A quick shower and a change of clothes made me feel a lot better. Made me feel a little better. I was probably missing class, but to hell with it at this point. Oh, and kind of left me feeling like a wet rag tossed into a washing machine. My legs ached as I stumbled back into my dorm. With a sigh, I set the golden trophy Cecily given to me for safekeeping on my desk. Ran my hands across its dusty rim. It was a bit tempting to just throw it out. Which I had saw it before peeking at my phone for the time. I just skipped the rest of my class for today. I'm way too pooped to do anything productive. I'm too worried about Sizzle to just jump back into bed either. Frustrated groan and Doug's stressful hands in my hair. Seemed like this was going to be one of those days. Phone suddenly vibrated alive, snapped me out of my thoughts. Hello, Alex speaking. Hey, Ghostbuster, I see you're still alive and kicking. Jenny's fatigued voice suddenly broke off into a lengthy yawn. Sorry, last night really took a lot out of me. I usually don't go outside much. Don't worry about it. I'm feeling pretty exhausted myself. Did you make it back home alright? Then he scoffed and blew a dinged raspberry into the speaker. Sure, safe and sound under house arrest again. It's great. Philip and Owen wouldn't stop pestering me and Gran almost had an aneurysm. But you guys, is this settling with Ursula now, or is he being a big baby about it? My lip and grasped behind my back nervously. He shut the door behind me and whispered on my phone. Jenny, you're really close with Sissel, right? Jenny paused in surprise. Well, yeah, Sissel's like family to me. We've known each other for ages. So I'm wrong? Do you know anything about Sissel's family at all? As in his biological family? Sissel's an orphan, remember? He got picked up off a garbage dump and grew up at the West Orphanage. We don't know anything about who his family is or where they came from. When Sis and I were younger, we did try to see if anyone recognized Sissel or if he's related to anyone nearby. No luck. Then he sighed bitterly. Sissel was abandoned by his parents like trash, Alex. I don't expect those kinds of people to speak up if their kid came looking for him. It's infuriating to think about. He was actually really broken about his parenting situation. So I wonder where he came from and what kind of people his parents were. What child would, in his circumstances, did you not notice during Visitors Day the way he kept looking at their kids meeting up with their family? There's a heavy silence as Jenny audibly grit her teeth over the phone. Sissel's a good kid. If I ever find those parents of his, they're both getting a stern word. She sighed down before clearing her throat. Anyway, why do you ask? Did something come up? He gulped and held the phone close to my face. Well, when Sissel and I arrived at Herschel's place today, Sissel mumbled under his breath as he emerged behind the counter. Busy hours of the day have begun, and customers are really trickling into Cafe de Coir. Sissel absentmindedly wiped down the tables and self-consciously tied his ragged tank top. He'd forgotten his cafe uniform back at his dorm in Grania. He'd probably call Alex to grab it for him later. The customers wouldn't mind. Most of them were regulars and were fairly friendly with him anyway. Behind him, the kitchen was bustling with activity as Herschel cooked up orders for the morning's customers. Heavy weight pressed against his chest as Sissel gently rummaged his pockets with the photograph he found this morning. Herschel's acting as cheerful and carefree as ever, but he was hiding something. Sissel was sure of it. Now he couldn't help but feel a little bitter gnawing in his chest every time he saw his boss. What are the chances that we're actually related? Why hide it? Did boss really toss me out as a baby? Young man. Huh? Ed and LeCumple waved him from their seat in the cafe, chuckling to each other. I was hoping for a refill of my coffee if you're not too busy in your thoughts. Sorry. Get you one right away. He dusted himself off sheepish and put her up in a stinging pot from the coffee machine. Better stay focused, he's still on the job after all. Here's your coffee, ma'am. Some cream to go along with it. Thank you. Oh, aren't you that little fellow always followed Herschel around back in the day? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I mean, Herschel's my boss. I've been working for him for years now. Lily tightened her husband's sleeve excitedly. See, dear, what did I tell you? It is that little boy that Herschel took in a couple of years ago. Look how quickly he's grown up. That time really flies when we're not paying attention. But I don't know about that. He still looks like a nice little kid to me. He swatted her husband, and the two of them laughed jovially. So blinked and scratched his head awkwardly. Sorry, but do I know you? Oh, not personally. My husband and I have been regulars to Herschel's Cafe for years now, ever since the cafe opened. Herschel's a good man and has been treating us very well. Oh, and he's probably only being nice because we tip so well. Herman Dodger swapped from his wife with a toothy grin. Don't listen to him. I married an idiot. Anyway, we were just talking about how little we've seen of you lately. Where have you been, young man? Oh, I've been busy with schoolwork and job hunting and whatnot. Oh, it's usually later in the afternoon. The lady gives us a friendly smile before sipping her coffee. Whatever the case, it's good to see you spend more time with Herschel. You've been a good influence on him these past few years. Look very happy. What do you mean by that? Man snickered and gestured toward the kitchen where Herschel was clanking away at the stove. You should have seen him when the cafe first opened. That man looked absolutely miserable. Heaven knows why, just opened a good business and life seemed pretty good. Meanwhile, that man came to work every day like the world's saddest zombie. He'd always take the weekends off to wander around the cities, always looking for something. Boss was miserable. Never say why. She'll never seem to talk about it, so he didn't bring it up. The lady frowned and tapped her cup with a teaspoon. Although he did mention something about a family member passing away. Must have hit him hard. The lady's face suddenly brightened before patting Cecil on the arm. It's a good thing you came along, though. Ever since Herschel took you under his wing, he's looked happier than he's ever been in his life. He's very proud to have you around and watch you grow up, young man. You've been a good influence on Herschel's life. I'm glad to see you around again. So then his cheeks flushed, he awkwardly scratched his head and glanced toward the kitchen doors. I guess. Never thought the old bag was such a sap. All right, enough chit-chat while on the job. Are our omelets ready yet, kiddo? All right, sorry about that. I'll grab 'em right away. Get your head out of the clouds. Kid thought Hirsch taught you better than that. Didn't raise me. Well, I mean, technically. I guess he sort of did. Anyway, grim omelets. I'll talk to you folks later. See you around. Oh boy. His chest a little warm as he stepped in the kitchen to face his boss. Hey there, Sissy, that old culp's omelets done. Could you carry this out to them when we get the chance? Sure thing, boss. She laughed cheerfully and plopped 2 breakfast plates on the kitchen counter. He was bright with his usual good-natured grin. It was hard to see him being anything other than good-intentioned. So he yelped his hands and he ruffled through his hair, throwing him out of his thoughts. What's with that boring look? Did the old people talk their ears off again? It's best to humor than be polite. You're probably going to be just as rambly when you get old, sissy. But no, they were really nice. I was just thinking about stuff they said, that's all. What kind of stuff? What have we talking about? How gorgeous and dazzling I was back in my youth? As if you're not as impressive as you think you were, boss. I'll have you know the ladies were over me back in the day. Says the single and virgin 40-year-old man. See that it's God, it mixes both elements so well at times. Damn, serious way to kick a man where it hurts. I'll let you know I'm at the ripe age of 37. Oh, okay then. Still an awfully old age to be a Excuse me, this country little guy falling over his crush like a love-struck teenager with the guts to ask him out. Touche. Anyway, what would old Peep saying about me? Nicer things than you, I hope. Though, they mentioned how you acted really depressed back when the cafe first opened. That you look kind of miserable every day and whatnot. Oh, right. I was just wondering if everything's okay, boss. You just never seem the type to get upset over anything, you know? But, yeah, everything's fine right now. Something happened back then. Scratched his chin and nursed up uncomfortably at his feet. As he caught his feet. My, sister passed away a little before I opened the cafe. Didn't exactly deal with it very well. It's kind of like you, to be honest. They had parents, sure, but they weren't exactly on the up and up kind of society. Didn't exactly care about their kids, none. Sis, she was the only real family I had. We ran away from them as early as we could, living off the streets and begging for years to work for years before we managed to get the place for ourselves. Sis took real good care of me. She was a good culinary chef, too. I learned everything I know from her. She heaved a heavy sigh and waved his hand dismissively. And then, poof, she was suddenly gone. So yeah, I was a bit miserable for a few years. Oh, sorry to hear that, boss. Don't get all moping emotional on me now. That stuff is behind me. I thought she just been nothing but great for me. Yelled as Ursula let a hearty laugh and slapped him on the back. Now I've got the little brat protege under my wing who's the pride of my life. I wouldn't trade this for the world. His cheeks burned brightly as he hastily grabbed the breakfast plates from the kitchen counter. Never thought you were such a sappy old man. Did you ever get embarrassed by all this mushy stuff you say? Of course not, especially when you're the one who gets embarrassed by it. Cecil groaned and stomped his way out of the kitchen. You could still hear Cecil's warm laugh as the kitchen doors closed behind him. That, you see what I mean? It it has really great moments of just character stuff, and the humor mixed in with it's really great way to lighten the mood a bit. Cecil wasn't sure what he had been thinking. It was hard to imagine Herschel having anything other than good intentions. His boss has been so good to him. Though he found this morning, Cecil was sure Herschel had a good reason to hide it. It's probably best to stop being so nosy. Felt a bit guilty if he doubted him. Sigh, Cecil made his way out into the cafe counter. Time to get back to work. So we're gonna make damn sure he pays Herschel back for his kindness one day. God, man, you have a serious discussion there, and you have humor speckled in throughout to liven it, but it works. Man. And that's what we found in the garage dump this morning. Damn, I missed a lot, didn't I? Frowned slightly as I finished telling Jenny on his adventures earlier today. There was an awful lot of clanking and rustling in the background of our phone call. What was Jenny doing on her end? You sound awfully breathless, too. So what you're telling me is there's a chance Cecil and Herschel could be related. There's a chance Hirsch might know more about Cecil's background than he's letting on. And sums it up, yeah. There's always a chance that we're barking up the wrong tree and Herschel's holding a random person's baby in that photograph. Gotta say, the resemblance is uncanny. It jumped as the sound of screeching wheels ran through my phone's speakers, and his breath was shaky for a moment as she gasped for air. I'm here. What are you even talking about? I'm outside, at your window. At my room window and glanced down. Sure enough, Jenny was outside, hunched over her scooter with a satisfied grin on her face. I raised my phone back to my face in bewilderment. Did you scooter all the way at the campus while I was talking? Yeah. Wasn't gonna sleep at home when we found a little mystery on our hands. Especially when Cecil's involved. If this could help him anyway, I'm in. Now hurry up and get out here, Alex. Right. Looks like I'll be skipping class for the whole day. Hope Mrs. Curlis doesn't kill me. She's not gonna kill you, dude. Right outside, I find Jenny hunched over on the sidewalk. Her face was pale and strained. Hey, Jenny, you doing okay? Yeah, just a little out of breath. Suddenly broke out into a coughing fit, rasping painfully for air. Hurried over to her side and pat her back. She slowly recovered. Maybe you should stay home for today. You already look so tired this morning. He brushed my arm away dismissively and shook her head. I stay at home too much. Just got a small case of anemia, that's all. Just gotta take things slow and I'll be fine. You say so. Jenny took some water bottle in her bag and stood up.
Alrighty, enough moping around. Ready to do some investigating?
I have no idea where to even start. Maybe we can Mrs. Curly knows anything? Herschel did mention he went to Green Academy back in the day.
Nah, that won't work. Gran is better than to gossip about her students' personal lives. She never tells anything unless we had a good reason to know.
Damn. Not sure how else we're gonna find any information on Herschel at this point. Jenny had a smug grin on her face. She beckoned me to follow her.
Oh, poor Alex. Luckily for us, I know a guy who can help. He's a friend of mine, an older gentleman who went to Green Academy around the same time as Herschel. Better yet, his line of work lets him know practically everything that happens in this city. You want information? He's your man.
And I bowed doubtfully. How did you become friends with someone like that?
I broke him out of prison.
Wait, what? Jenny ate her hand immediately before hopping on her scooter and rolling down the street. There was an insufferably smug grin on her face.
Come on, Alex, hurry up.
Oh boy. Scurried after in bewilderment.
You can't just tell me you broke out of prison without giving me details. Maybe another day.
I could only gape wordlessly as Jenny led me to who knows where. So it's suddenly night then, okay. I nervously followed Jenny into a series of dark alleyways and twisted streets. City's towering buildings loomed over us, their shadows darkened the alley so much it was practically nighttime. Finally, after what felt like hours of walking, Jenny slows to a halt at the corner of the alleyway.
We're here.
Stared at the building suspiciously. It was a small nightclub and be a bar lounge. Neon signs glowing at the storefront read the Robin's Nest. This is an awfully shady place.
My friend is an awfully shady person. Don't worry, though, he's got a good heart of gold under that gruff exterior.
It's a guy's name anyway. And he shrugged.
His business name is Morse. No one really knows what his real name is.
Sure we can trust this guy?
Of course, he owes me big time. Anyway, let's hurry up and meet him.
You can't just walk into a bar. Under my nervous splutters, Jenny strolled right at the bar's front door. Bouncer standing guard glared at us suspiciously. I gulped. Guy was huge. He could probably snap us in half with his bare hands. What was Jenny thinking? Bounced her eyes, and they lit up when he got a closer look at us. Well, look who it is. How's it going, Jenny?
Hey, Tara, I'm doing well. Is Mark busy today? So I've been talking with him for a few moments.
Bouncer peered over his shoulder and shrugged. Been a pretty quiet morning. I'm sure the boss would love to see you. Suddenly caught sight of me and frowned. Who's this little brat? I behind Jenny waved meekly.
Hi. Oh, he's a good friend of mine. No worries, we can trust him.
Mr. Side stepped aside, opening the door for us. Try not to piss off the boss. He's been a bit on edge lately.
No promises.
Jenny stepped inside before excitedly beckoning me to follow her.
Come on, Alex, stop being a worrywart and hurry up.
Grief. I gulped and followed her closely into the dark Robin's Nest. This felt like a terrible idea. Surprisingly, Jenny didn't walk straight to the bar, even the main lounge area. She grabbed my hand and quickly led me to a narrow corner with a small unassuming door. Stumbling through the dark for a few minutes, we made our way into a dimly lit room. Stared in disbelief. Wait, are you telling me there's a bar lounge hidden by another bar lounge? Who designed this place? It was entirely empty as we strolled inside. And he shrugged with a laugh.
This hidden lounge is for special guests. Morse doesn't like dealing with most customers, so he lurks back here most of the time.
He also doesn't like dealing with kids who show up unannounced. Jumped as someone stood from behind the bar. He was a tall, disgruntled fox wearing an odd-looking hat. His face was narrow and stripped with a pair of eerie, hawk-like eyes.
Oh, Morse, you're still wearing that hat I gave you.
It literally looks like the hunter's hat from fucking Bloodborne. Christ. Man shrugged and tinkered behind the bar nonchalantly. You get all huffy when I show up without it. Shouldn't you be at home? Ramo will throw a fit. He rolled her eyes.
She should get used to it by now. Can't stay cooped up all day. Anyway, my friend and I were hoping to ask you about a few things. Worthington turned his hawk eyes to me. Gaze was sharp. Felt it almost cutting through me as he peered in my direction. Oh, you that kid that bullet Philip took a bullet for a couple days ago. Alex, was it? Gulp. Yeah, but how did you know? It's my job to know things. Which apparently means you folks will come to interrogate me whenever you need to know something. Morris sighed tiredly and slid two glasses of soda in front of us. Crossing his arms, he leaned back behind the bar and observed us with cold amber eyes. So, what do you want to know? Jenny was busy with sipping her soda. I gulped and fidgeted on the bar counter. So, we were wondering if you could tell us anything about a friend of ours. His name's Herschel McDermott, the boss of that cafe downtown. Jenny looked over her soda with a grin. Marsh, you went to Granny about the same time as Herschel, didn't you? Is there anything you remember about the guy's family? Marsh scratched his chin slowly. Herschel. Oh, right, I think I remember him. Cecilia Bradley's little brother, I think. He was just a little kid when I first met him. Blinking in surprise. Cecilia Bradley, isn't that lady who won the National Culinary Arts Contest years ago? Yeah, that's the one. Her friends just call her Celia. She taught me to play chess back when I was at Granny. Morris nodded, smiling softly at the memories. She's a good soul, that one. Brilliant, too. The smile disappeared. Celia deserved better than what she got. What do you mean? Morris sighed tiredly before reaching for a cup of coffee behind the counter. Celia and Herschel McDermott's parents were both pieces of trash. Worse, they were involved in the criminal dealings with the Lorelei family. The home was no place for children. Only reason Celia stayed in that house was so long as to keep her little brother safe. It only takes so much, however. I could hardly blame her. She was just a child herself. There's a brief period where Cecilia ran away from home and lived out in the streets. Worked her ass off a couple of years to gather enough money to take care of her brother. Shortly afterwards, Cecilia rescued Herschel from that accursed house. Good timing, the parents' meth lab blew up on the very night of his rescue, burning their home into ashes. Morris paused and took a sip of his coffee. After that, Celia used all her money to attend Granny Academy, sneaking her brother along with her. Those two were inseparable. She was always looking out for little Herschel. Both of them were real good at that cold culinary arts thing, too. They often taught to open a cafe together when they got older. Where is Cecilia Bradley now? Fidgeted uncomfortably. I probably wasn't going to like the answer. Morse's eyes pierced into me. She's dead. Her parents owned a lot of debts. When they weren't around anymore, naturally those debts fell into her. She was in no position to pay them off. Oh. Morse sighed and stood up straight, dusted himself off. That's enough depressing questions for one day. Are you kids done? My usual customer's going to arrive soon. I can't have a bunch of children around when they arrive. Right, we'll get out of your way, sir. Hold on, I got one last question. Did Herschel or Cecilia ever have any kids? Morris scratched his chin for shrugging. Herschel never had any luck with the lady, so I doubt it. By the way, that accent he does isn't real. It was something he picked up because he thought it made him sound hot. Okay, okay. Right, I remember that now, and I'm so fucking glad that I did the voice I did now, because it sucks. But that actually works with that. Morris wrinkled his nose as though he caught a whiff of something foul. Didn't work out, but the accent stuck. As to Cecilia, I'm not sure. Stopped calling after I dried away from Granny. A shame, she was always kind to me. Being unable to help her and then learning of her death years later still haunts me. You better live in disappointment. Oh, I'm sorry for your other bad memories. Thanks for your help, though. We really appreciate it. Morris rolled his eyes and shooed us towards the door. The best you two can do for me right now is get out of my hair. Alrighty, we'll be going now. See you around, Morse. You kids stay out of trouble now. Jenny and I exchanged looks and made our way out of the door. Well, if we want information, we sure got it. Not sure if any of this will actually help Sissel in any way. One moment, please. I was funny hand on my shoulder. Morse appeared behind me, looking rather bemused. Yeah?
I was just wondering, how was Owen doing? Point of confusion. Owen, he's been doing pretty well. No, nothing ordinary as far as I know. Why do you ask? Or something slided his hat slightly. I say, that will be all. Have a safe trip back to campus. Could only stare dumbfounded as Morris made his way back in the night lounge. What a strange man. Yeah, the fact that Herschel's faking an accent makes the terrible one I gave him so much more valid in terms of voice acting. Holy shit. Ginny and I discussed our findings in hushed voices as we made our way back to Granny's campus. The sun was already setting into the city's skyline, or our exhaustion was getting slowly starting to get the better of us. Well, I'm thinking I have to hay soon. Haven't found a real connection between Cecil and Herschel yet. Couldn't help but yawn back at her. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. We'll always dig deeper tomorrow. He suddenly broke out another coughing fit, hunching over her scooter. She was strained with sweat forming on her brow. She tried to catch her breath. Damn it. Looks like I can't do much more anyway. Better get back home before Grant actually has an aneurysm worrying about me. Where do you live? I can walk you back home if you want. He scowled and waved her in dismissively. Oh no, I can walk on my own. Don't worry about it. She straightened up and stubbornly got back on her scooter. Another deep breath and a good kick. She was already halfway down the street. Let me know if anything about the situation comes up. I waved as Jenny disappeared down a straight corner and sighed. It's getting late. I should probably start heading back too. Huh? Around surprise. Was that Echo? I heard him in so long that I almost forgot about the guy. You won't forget about me. Man, I feel a little offended. His voice urged on my head in his usual ghostly manner, but it was startling how tired he sounded. Well, in my defense, she kind of went MIA for almost a whole week. Sounded a little under the weather. Did you catch a cold or something? And wishes even get sick? His voice rasped in my head and began to materialize in front of me, appearing a lot slower than usual. Sorry, I've been feeling rather weak lately. Are you alright? Gave me a dismissive wave and rubbed his forehead wearily. I've been better, but I'll be fine. I feel a little drained, that's all. Gulped at the sight of Echo's shattered body. Parts of him breaking off into blackened shards and flaking into the air. His calmness in the situation made everything all the more uncomfortable. Is there anything I can do for you, my wish, after all? Maybe I can help. Shook his head with a smile. Usually a wish is strength. I'm certain that wish is willpower, but I think it's because someone else entirely knows how the Red's been growing stronger lately. His appearance today, he was able to talk coherently and stop time for a moment. Things grow more dangerous. You're going weaker and weaker, too. Go shook his head dismissively again. No need to worry about me. I can take care of myself. I just need to warn you. Remnant seems to take an interest in Sis lately. If he continues to grow stronger, who knows what it'll do to him. Keep a close eye on your friend if you want to keep him safe. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. But what about you? Chuckling himself quietly. I've always been the one watching over you, not the other way around. It's a bit weird how you weren't over me. Leave all the ghostly matters to me. You just worry about yourself, Alex. There's a sinking feeling in my stomach as Echo faded from view. Guess there wasn't much I could do for him in a situation like this, but it was still horrible to be so helpless. I was jolted on my thoughts and my phone suddenly began buzzing angrily in my pocket. Took a bit of panic digging before I could fish it out. Hello, Alex speaking. Oh, Alex, good you finally picked up. How are you doing? The sound of Sissel made a reflexive smile spread across my face. I'm doing pretty alright, I guess. Listen, buddy, I need to ask for a favor. I kind of let my work uniform back in my dorm at Granny. It's still in that drawer under my bed. No, I can't get it. Because, I got suspended and banned from campus.
Chuck began strolling in direction of our dorm building. No worries, man. I'll go grab it for you. Give me an excuse to come visit you tonight. It's a faint sound of Circe's mumble embarrassment on the end of the call. Damn it, now you made things all mushy again. Well, I'm sure boss wouldn't mind having you over again. Plus, I gotta show you my plans for the cafe. So many improvements and changes I want to make. Gonna make Boss's Cafe the best cafe in the world. Just you watch. The pride in his voice as he rambled, excited about his plans to improve Herschel's business. Seemed to catch himself in his ramblings and cleared his throat in embarrassment. Anyway, I can't do all that without a proper work uniform. Because you get it to me at the end of the day. I don't want to show up to work in a ripped tank top again. Oh, I'm sure a lot of the customers would appreciate the bad boy look it gives you. It's pretty cute. It's not professional. Anyway, uniform, grab it. I'll see you soon, thanks. With that, Cecil hung up the phone with a smack. It's fun to rhyme up like this. Ah, yes, I'm sure. Sun was already setting the horizon by the time I arrived at Herschel's Cafe. The little bell in the cafe's door jingled softly as I ducked inside for the summer heat. I took a moment to enjoy the wave of cold air conditioning wafted across my face. Cecil, I got your uniform for you. Yeah, give me a moment. Stopped mid-sentence until he took in the side in front of me. There was Cecil, teetering across the cafe with 3 plates of delicate chocolate desserts bouncing each arm like a tightrope walker. And this was more delicious. Favorite things in one package. It was almost dreamy. He was walking steady like a balanced weight, like a practiced waiter, but his arms wallowed with the weight of so many plates. Do you mind giving me a hand, Alex, or are you just gonna stand there and gawk? Oh, right. The drool from my mouth, the sheepish grin, and grabbed the two of the plates from Cecil's load, and placed them all behind the counter with a satisfying click as each plate hit the hard surface. He probably groaned and slumped behind a display case in exhaustion. Think carrying plates would be easy, but it really tears up your arms after a while. Probably be easier if you just carry less at a time, dummy. It'd take forever, though. Got so many plans at this little cafe, I gotta get stuff done quickly. I was trying the cafe curiously. The place seems much more shiny since this morning, as if someone Windexed and polished every surface of the dining area with commitment to shine them into mirrors. This looks pretty good already. What sort of plans are you thinking of? This will nearly I'm pointing around the counter with excitement. Got plenty in store for this little cafe. Boss is pretty at what I've done so far. Oh my god. There are a ton of fancy new desserts on the menu now. I've made a lot of them today, and people can't get enough of them. Felt my mouth water again as I leaned in the display case on the counter. Cakes and desserts of all shapes and colors glistened behind the glass. They looked so damn. How did you make all this in a day, dude? That's fucking crazy. Sure, this is gonna get a lot better with so many options. Regulars seem to like it so far. Most people don't know about the new menu changes yet. I'm gonna have to start handing out pamphlets and ads to let the neighborhood know if they've got new and improved menu items. Oh, they're so cute. Holy hell. Then most of them are chocolates, so I hope you like them too. Making all them personally. What? I didn't quite catch that. Nothing. I just try the chocolate desserts. They're good. This is like chocolate heaven. I'm making it my goal to try every dessert at least once. His face flushed and beamed with pride. Good to hear that you're enjoying yourself. His eyes wandered through the empty and dim cafe. His ears twitched with a hint of anxiousness. The boss is happy as you are. I'm putting everything I got in this plan. Some luck and hard work. Business should be booming, and boss is gonna get himself out of all that debt. Won't regret taking me under his wing. This will work out great. An upward smile as I looked at Cecil. His tone was heavy with determination and ambition. My chest fluttered with warmth. I'm surprised Herschel's gonna be real. Sure, Herschel's gonna be real proud of everything you've done. Now that reminds me. Here's your work uniform. Thanks, Alex. Knew I can count on you. Boy. Cleared my face loudly and ignored the heat spreading across my face. Whoa, what the fuck? I said that wrong. Whatever. Anyway, I should probably get back to Granny before Mr. Gurley starts to fit again. Sure, it's pretty late at night right now. The streets can get a little sketchy. Boss probably won't mind if you stay over the night. Oh my god. Is this what I think it is? Is this the night that I think it is? Is this the one where you can choose to fuck him? Is this that, or is this not that? It sounded tempting, but nah, Mrs. Curly's gonna pull right out of Miss Curfew 2 nights in a row. As in, curfew already passed. What? That's the clock. Sure enough, it was 11:43 p.m. already. Well, hey, I should probably run back before they realize I'm gone. Alrighty then, stay safe, Alex. Scrambled to the cafe entrance, she opened with a laugh. I will. Really? Immediately slammed the door shut. On second thought, I might take up your offer to stay tonight. I sure won't mind. Sure, he's not gonna dump you on the streets at the dead of night. There was some shuffling noises upstairs as Herschel's voice boomed through the entire cafe. Sissy, are you inviting the crush to stay over? How can I possibly say no? You twat, shut up with the crush bullshit. We don't have a guest room, though, so you'll probably have to share a bed with Cecil. Not that either you have any issues with this, eh? Oh boy. Oh, for the love of... Shut your trap, boss! Chase Procloy Razzie off angrily. Ignore him, he's just a senile old man. Probably want to shower before bed, right? I'll get things set up for you. We can shower together to save water if you want. Absolutely not! As soon as this was out of earshot, I ducked in the back of the cafe and whispered around urgently. Echo, are you here? 2 steps ahead of you, Alex. They already reinforced the area around the cafe. The remnant should be able to get inside no matter how hard it tries. A sigh of relief. Good. Last thing I want is for Cecil and her to get hurt because of my ghostly nonsense. You sure you're strong enough to hold it off? Surprisingly, yes. That other witch, the Black Lady of Bradley Lake, she seems to have set up her own protection around this building. And she was here. Did all the hard work. All I need to do is reinforce it. Seems pretty straightforward. I know we're safe from that thing as long as one of you is here. Why is it taking such an interest in Cecil suddenly? If I were to guess, I'd think it's because you take an interest in him. Me? I think the remnant is connected to you in some way. All of its actions seem to respond to what you've been doing. That's my guess, anyway. A lump rose in my throat, and I peered out the cafe windows anxiously. Why me? Alex, what's taking you so long? I had the shower ready for you ages ago. I'm coming. I'll join you in the shower real soon. I need to get feisty, big boy. Swear to fuck, I'm gonna drown you in the sink. I smile out, Cecil spluttering before turning back towards Echo. Well, looks like I'll be calling it a night. Keep us safe, will you? I did my best. Holy shit, this might be the first 2 hour long video of Repeat. Or close to it. Huh. After a nice hot shower, alone, sadly, I let out a great big yawn as I stepped into this empty bedroom. The sound of hissing water down the hall as I was finishing up his own shower. I looked around the room for a moment before plopping down on the bed in an exhausted slump. I already changed into my boxers and tank top. The cool blankets felt so good. This was a pretty cozy way to end the day. It was nice of Herschel to let me stay over. All I need to worry about now was rushing back into Granny Campus tomorrow morning for my glasses. Then handled my damp hair with a sigh. Now there's just the immediate problem to deal with. Hey, Cecil. No, I'm not making things awkward or uncomfortable by sharing the bed with you. No, I joke a lot, but if you're not okay with it or anything... Oh, wait. Cecil was still showering down the hall. He wasn't even in the room. Room was empty. An awkward groan and burying my face in the blankets. It's like I'm the one who was really nervous about this. I'm down out. It's just 2 dudes sharing a bed. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, yes. Alex, were you calling for me? Okay, cool. I jumped as a shirtless Cecil stepped in the room looking very sheepish. He was only wearing his ripped and dirty shorts from earlier, and his hair was still wet from his shower. Color suddenly spread across my cheeks, and I gulped. No, I mean, yeah, never mind. Just wanted to say up you're able to sharing a bed and whatnot. Yeah, about that we may have a bit of a problem.
So scratched the back of his neck awkwardly, his face flushed as he closed the door behind him. Oh boy, I think I know what this is. So, this is really embarrassing. I already know I'm not made of money. I don't exactly have a ton of clothes on a pair of pajamas. Yeah, that's alright. I'm just wearing a pair of boxers myself. Look over this red-faced one of his hands and glared fiercely at his feet. Well, about that, my underwear is usually really gross since I rewear them a lot. Actually, go commando most of the time. I only wear them to work too, and the point is, I usually sleep naked. Oh my fucking god. That's disgusting. Gee, save on laundry and all that. Most of my stuff is in the wash right now, and I don't have any clothes to wear to bed. His face was a ferocious shade of red as he refused to look me in the eye. Good lord. Sorry if this makes things weird or anything. I can go sleep in one of the booths in the storage room if you're not coming. Dude, it's fine. We're both guys. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Are you sure you're okay with that's a question. More than okay if you get my drift. Says little wheeze. He slowly tried to calm down. Oh no, I'm half a pause it, aren't I? You're an absolute twat, you know that. That's why you keep me around. Now hurry up and get to bed. It's late and you got a long work day tomorrow. Do I have to pause this? If you say so. There's a terrible grin on my face as I watched Sissel skitter towards me in the bed. Moment of hesitation, he quickly punched the light switch on the wall. Room immediately plunged into darkness. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, dove in the light like a missile. Okay, I don't have to pause it. And I was getting freaked out there. YouTube sucks. YouTube is run by Puritans. That was real smooth. I can't tell if you're nervous or eager. Hazel stared straight up into the ceiling and bit his lip. Will you ever stop making my life difficult? That's no fun now, is it? There's a minute of quiet. He was settled down on the bed. Jesus Christ. Bed was a rather small one. I could feel Sissel's voice. Oh, good grief. Both yelped and we accidentally brushed against one another as though we'd been shocked. Oh my god, fuck this shit. Oh my fucking. Oh, I remember this. Oh boy. Turned over to my side and stared at Sissel with a fond grin. Don't be so nervous, you know. Pretty comfortable with this whole thing. Maybe the strips are both equally nude. No, this is fine. Just, nah. Will slumped his head into his pillow with a sigh. Wasn't exactly what I imagined our first time sleeping together to be like. An eyebrow curiously. Oh? Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty happy to be close to you two. You're pretty cute too, Alex. Just wish I had a chance to get to do this properly, you know? Deserve something better than this. What do you mean? Like, you know, turned toward her with a sheepish smile. Like in all those romantic movies where the guy slips you off your feet with his charm and attitude. Then they take you out on a nice romantic date, have a... Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Fucking Christ. Billy and Bears grins the around off his thoughts. Everybody would hold hands and lean to each other and stuff, and of course there'd be that dramatic kiss, and then afterwards... Fizzle visibly deflated inside. Don't know. Sleep next to you like this and having you already be so happy to be around a worthless moocher like me. Just feels like cheating, you know? Just felt very warm as I leaned closer, Sizzle with a stupidly happy grin on my face. Ah, yes, of course. That was probably the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me. Really? Oh, for fuck's sake. No, this one. So I know your whole asking me out on a date thing kind of got ruined after the culinary contest incident, but what exactly were you planning to do? Sweep me out my V, as you put it. He retreated into his blankets like a frightened turtle. That's a description. His eyes and ears poked out of the blanket as he glared at me, his face still visibly red. They're gonna make me explain everything, aren't you? Shot before ducking into blankets and snuggled against his shoulder. Didn't protest as I pressed against him in a loose half hug, his soft fur warm to the touch. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, come on, I want to know again. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, who knows? You can take me in this. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the story? Just smile as we relax to our closeness. Our. Oh, fucking Christ.
Well, I didn't have a very clear plan, to be honest. Kinda just planned to grab that trophy cup from the contest and scream, "Hey, Alex, will you go out with me?" in the crowd.
That's a pretty gutsy move. I probably would have said yes. He'll smile a little while as he rests his head against mine.
Good to know that part of the plan wouldn't have fucked up. I was afraid I would have scared you away. I guess afterwards I'll take you out to a romantic dinner to a fancy restaurant. Kind of mustached waiters and candles and fancy tiny food that can barely feed anyone. I have no idea how I'd afford it, but I'd figure something out.
You had my attention until tiny food.
Obviously, we get some real food afterwards at McDonald's or something. I'm not gonna starve my cake.
Oh my god. Dinner at McDonald's. Truly the greatest thing I could ask for. That's a. Ew.
Yeah, I know, right? Their burgers are pretty good.
Are they, though? Whatever sarcasm I sent flew completely over Sissel's head. He was grinning wide as he rambled off about how good the menu was. God, I feel bad even saying it now. McDonald's wasn't bad, to be fair.
Though, and we need something fun to do afterwards to work off those calories. Care about that calorie stuff, right? Never actually ate enough for it to matter.
Well, sure.
Do shopping cart racing down the street.
Excuse me? Blue doesn't excitedly try to mime it out.
Never done it before? It's great. Used to do it all the time with Teach and Owen. Well, until Owen ran into a pole and fractured his leg. And then Teach knocked over an old lady. Old lady was Mrs. Gurley's.
Sissel, we would die.
Be fine as long as we didn't get caught, but come on, Alex, this date needs some excitement. Gives us a good chance to shower together afterwards, and then,
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sissel seemed to have finally caught himself in his excitement and noticed he oppressed it. Oh, fucking Christ. Let's return for focus as he shrink back in the blankets again.
it'd be something like this, I guess.
Totally lean closer into me, our legs. Okay then.
This is pretty nice, actually. Pretty cozy.
I have to softly bury my face into his fluffy neck. Wanna do that veteran stuff you mentioned? It's a moment of embarrassment.
I think I like it where we are right now, but this is nice. Plus, I want to earn it before actually doing it. I mean, the good part is just cheating.
Your old day plans sound like the good part to me. So laughed softly to himself.
Really? They think so?
Yeah.
Well, they should have pulled off.
Okay. Okay, Xylon, you're playing Hollow Knight again, huh? Fucking Christ.
Then we can do the bedrooms. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Couldn't help but smile at his enthusiasm. Sounds good to me. Orange Johnson escaped my throat as I snuggled closer to him.
Maybe we should get to the real bedroom stuff. Sleeping. You have morning classes tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah, and you got a lot of work to do. Time to sleep. This will shift slightly, missing over a moment. Then I felt him lean down and press a warm kiss against my cheek. That's actually fucking cute. Smile even wider as I looked up and pecked him on the nose.
Good night, Alex.
Night, Cecil. Yeah, that's a cute scene. At least if you choose to, not fuck him right then and there, for fuck's sake. Christ. Okay, yeah, that's it for today. You know what? I'm not saving it there, because if this video didn't record, I won't be able to go back to it. I'm gonna put it there. Oh, it's been 4 days. Of course it has. What I meant was, it obviously has recorded, because I can see down there it's like recording, but I didn't have the source selected in OBS for repeat. So I don't know if not doing that makes it like not record the source or something, or if I don't have to press that or whatever. I don't know how OBS works, okay? I don't fucking know how this fucking program works. I know it somewhat, I just don't know how to do shit, okay? I don't know how to like do filters or whatever the fuck they're called. Uh, but overall, this was a very long video. Not really. Long by my standards is like 4 hours, so this really wasn't that long in comparison to my other videos. So, yeah. However, if I'm being honest, if I had a computer that could, like, not fucking die by its battery going out, I'd probably be making these videos way longer. Because I'm of the mind that quantity, well, quantity is not more, is not more important than quality. Because, I mean, these videos, I know that most people on YouTube don't watch long form content, which is a fucking shame because the internet and other such things, such as social media and television and all these other things, have completely fucked my generation, Gen Zs and all that. Like, my generation in particular, but also other generations as well, their attention span has just fucking died. So, the fact that some creators are still making long form content is genuinely really good, and it should continue to happen. Um, I may not like Adastra, but I saw there was a video of someone who like made a video of it. Although the title was really fucking clickbaity, like the best furry visual novel made me come out as gay, and now you have to hear about it. What the fuck it was? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Talk about clickbait. And of course, the title was a fucking like the thumbnail was a fucking spoiler of all things. So that's a great fucking way to I, like Adastra is not the best. It's not the best VN out there, and the fact that people genuinely think it is has me worried for their like ability to assess media for its flaws and its strengths. Like it genuinely makes me wonder if these people have even the slightest hint of media analysis in their body. Because yes, it's entertaining. I will admit Adastra's an entertaining game, but at the same time, it's not a good story. It's really not. Like the writing is atrocious. It is genuinely atrocious at times. And the character writing is even worse. And then you have Virginia, who is literally just filler. Her entire character is filler. Yeah, she's there for like Neferu to talk to and all that, but her character does nothing except get like who knows what she does, honestly. Basically nothing except spew like sexist talking points against like seriously, she's such a spoiled brat, just like her like Amicus. She's a spoiled brat like Amicus because she complains about how she's so oppressed, which okay, to be fair, in that society, yeah, she's not allowed to like run for office and all that, but she has it way better off than a majority of people on that planet. She's living in a fucking mansion. I'm sorry. This is a repeat video, not an Ad Astra bashing video. If you want that, go watch my review of it. But thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you in the next one, whatever the fuck that's gonna be. Who fucking knows? It's currently 11:24 a.m. on December the 8th, and my computer is at holy shit 37%. I need to fucking charge this thing. See ya.